שלום לכולם, שמי אברהם, אני בא מתחום הטקסטיל הטכנולוגי שבו אנחנו פעילים שנים רבות. בשנים האחרונות החלטנו גם להקים חטיבה שתתעסק בטקסטיל מדיקלי, רפואי, ותיתן פתרונות לאנשים, לדוגמה, שסובלים מפצעי לחץ, שסובלים מתנועה מוגבלת, או אנשים שצריכים כמטופל לעזור למטופלים. אתם תראו כרגע מצגת שמציגה את המוצרים שאנחנו מייבאים. אנחנו מקווים שנוכל לעזור לכל האנשים שצריכים עזרה בגיל מבוגר.
Hi, thank you. All attendees can hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Welcome to the second training Movie Tools season 2. So it is a pleasure to be with all of you today. My name is Lara Alamin. I'm an occupational therapist and expert in safe patient handling and mobility. So I remember you that all products can be also purchased in your distributor in Israel, Mektex, Asharin website, and can be seen in Milbat showroom. So we're gonna start. Thank to all attendees to be today here. Okay, do you know Movie Tools devices? Today we're gonna see transfer task. Last day we worked about mobilization task. So today is the day to transfer task. I show you the video to introduce in this topic.
Do you care for a dependent family member? Are you a health professional? Does your job require you to transfer patients several times a day? Does your back hurt at times? We know how it feels. Caregivers can suffer injuries due to their daily activities when transferring clients repeatedly. Over time, this can be a serious problem for health professionals. The quality of service can suffer, and for companies, workers' compensation claims can have a major economic impact. At times, transfers may be made in unsafe conditions. Most of the time, it is due to lack of training or having the right support tools. This can create unpredictable results and undesirable consequences. Here is some advice we would like to share. Whenever possible, ask for help. For example, to transfer a patient between a bed and stretcher, there should be at least 2 people working together. We suggest using a slide board, like the MediRoller Pro. It will help transfer patients between surfaces safely and with little effort. Check the stability of the patient. His weight is not evenly distributed, so it is essential to master its center of gravity. A great help to achieve this is the use of MediTools from Medicare system, a band that helps to control the center of gravity. A belt that gives reliable and secure grip points. A turntable to rotate patient effortlessly. A leg band that allows you to have control over the lower part of the patient's body. There are many products available that can help you when transferring a patient and preserve your health. They can also help to eliminate fall hazards, improve patient comfort, and provide greater autonomy. With the MediGlide board, a seated patient can move from the bed to wheelchair with little effort. The MediSlide is a unidirectional slide device that helps reposition a patient in a wheelchair or armchair. And for repositioning in bed, the tubular TransSlide products are a great help.
Okay. Medicare's Movie Tools training. Movie Tools devices are a great solutions to prevent injuries to the musculoskeletal system. Injuries that occur in therapists and caregiver often have their origin in overloads, improper posture, and incorrect lifting, ending in a serious health problem. So it is important to use adequate equipment like Movie Tools devices. We continue. Okay. This graphic shows the spine compression during transfer task. You can see in red color the effort for one professional, and in green color the effort shared between two professionals. So in both cases, without assistive products, okay? It is important to keep in mind that in both cases the safe limit, that's it, was exceeded, and the consequence will be injuries to the musculoskeletal system. So the patient transfer were between bed and wheelchair, fixed and removable arms, and between commode chair and hospital chair. Patient's handling was found to be an extremely dangerous job that had substantial risk of causing a low back injury, whether with one or two patient handlers. So this study confirmed that the use of super products are fundamental in the healthcare sector. And why it's important to use assistive product? Probably due to unsafe mobilization, because the main reasons to use assistive product is that musculoskeletal disorders in the healthcare area are one of the main causes of sick leave. You can see in the pictures a bad mobilization, risk, a lot of risk in this mobilization. It is important to be training in the use of super product. You can see the back of the caregivers here and here. This is the lumbar area. It's dangerous to stay in this position when you move patient. It's dangerous to let the patient catch our cervical zone, you know. It's dangerous for us, for a healthcare professional, and also other pictures you can see how one caregiver is moving a patient without help to the other caregiver, so without assistive products. So it is important to keep in mind to work safely and to use equipment. Okay, what does Medicare system propose to avoid risk? Minimal lifting techniques. So these techniques are oriented to reduce the load lifting with very slippery material, because sliding is better than lifting. But today the class is about transfer task. Is a little bit different to the last class. So the use of a good mechanical technique and the use of the right product allow a secure execution of the mobilization and transfer task. Okay, we're gonna watch different transfer tasks. First, we're gonna start with the horizontal lateral transfer from stretcher to bed and vice versa. And for this transfer task, we're gonna use the Magic Roller Pro. The Roller Pro makes it possible to move the patient laterally in a comfortable and safe manner without the need to lift them. And with very little effort. It consists of a compact, padded, and a soft touch material, lightweight and highly resistant core, featuring a super sliding finish on its surface to reduce friction with the tubular sleeve. That the tubular sleeve is the orange material. So slippery, and the tubular sleeve is easy to sanitize, has a soft touch on the outside and a sliding surface on the inside, which makes it possible to easily slide the board with very little effort. And disposable sleeve also available. Disposable sleeve also available. So it only weighs 1.4 kilograms. This is so important, and it holds up to 200 kilograms. So lateral transfer in 3 easy steps and requires only 2 people. So I show you the video. The MediRoller Pro transfer table facilitates the daily work of caregiver, performing their work safely and ergonomically by simplifying the task of transferring the patient without lifting him, so avoiding overextension and forced postures that can cause injuries. Transferring patient with MediRoller Pro requires fewer postural changes, thus avoiding the risk of injury. In addition, be always remaining in a horizontal position. The transfer movement is more comfortable and safe. Okay, I'm gonna show you the video again. And you can watch it with more attention to the details. A minimum lateralized patient. It is possible to left under the patient in X-ray unit because it's free metal, this roller. And it's a push and pull movement, simultaneous movement, push and pull between 2 caregivers. And then you can remove it easily and with less effort. Only you need to lateralize, a minimum lateralize the patient. Okay, it's a good product. Okay, this is the MediGlide. The MediGlide is a rigid board suitable for horizontal lateral transfer of patients between beds or a stretcher, operation table, X-ray table, etc. Made of sturdy and lightweight material with a sliding upper face and non-slip surface on the back, support a separation between the surfaces of up to 20 centimeters and a slope of up to 20 centimeters, so it's a good product. Also, the patient can be transferred safely and comfortable by only 2 caregivers and requiring minimal effort. So I show you the video with this product. Okay, in my opinion, I work in a healthcare sector like all of you, and in my opinion, I used both of these products, and in my opinion, it's better to use the MediRoller Pro, but also the MediGlide is other optional product to use in combination with the normal sheet or sliding sliding seat. Like this, like a bariatric seat. Also, if we need to move a bariatric patient with more weight, a heaviest patient, we can use this blue sheet. It is recommended to use in combination with the MediGlide. So it's holds up to 180 kilograms, and this is the product. The difference is the color. And there are 4 handles, 8 in total, and it's a good product for heaviest patient. And also I present you MobiTool sliding tubular sheet for wet environment. It's a useful aid to carry out tasks of reposition patients in bed or transfer patients from bed to bathtub stretcher, like you can see in the pictures. So fabric is specially designed for wet environments, non-porous and sliding in wet conditions. They are manufactured in a super slippery and very low friction technical fabric. So the product is especially to do transfer from bed to bathtub stretcher and vice versa, because this product can be wet, and when you finish the transfer, remove the product. You can shake the product, and it's waterproof, so it's great. And I show you to continue in the next video the use of this product. It's great because it's waterproof material. Okay.
Biomechanical and ergonomic solutions to prevent injuries to the musculoskeletal system, also to transfer patient, safe manner, and more security. This product is the sliding wet environment, and it's so useful to transfer patient from bed to bathtub stretcher. So we're gonna use it in only 3 steps. Luis, my partner, helped me to do it. You can catch this part.
Have to get the board.
Yeah. We're gonna use to do it this board, the MediGlide. Lateralize a little bit the patient, okay? And then push. That's it. You can remove the table because the table has handles to remove it easily with less effort and more security. So this is the sliding wet environment. Again, to transfer the patient from stretcher to bed, the posture is so important. Don't flexion the back. So use the muscle, the abdominal and leg muscle during transfer task. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I remove it easily with less effort. To remove the sliding wet environment from a corner and diagonally.
Okay. So imagine that the stretcher was a bathtub stretcher, because I haven't got. But the good of this product is that it's for wet environment. So, however, sometimes we need to move the patient with crane, but also this product is good to allow patient between these surfaces without crane. So this is other option. Okay, we continue with transfer from bed to wheelchairs and vice versa. So I present you the transfer board on seat. It's a table designed for the transfer of patient from the bed to a wheelchair, armchair, or vice versa, significantly reduce the effort required by the caregiver and increase patient safely by permanently having a rigid base made of robust and lightweight material with a slippery upper face and non-slip surface on the back. The two longitudinal groups allow you to modify the shape of the table to make it more ergonomic and safe, and we can use it in combination with the translite and the mobilization belt. Did you remember this product from the last day, the first training? So I show you the transfer task in this case. Okay. Okay, we tell the patient where to place their arms with to use the product. So with the inclination, we can lift a gluteus or buttocks, and we will introduce the table to sit without doing friction in the skin of the patient. It's a good manner, ergonomic, postural, and biomechanical. We seek secure grips with both mobilization belt and we do transfer to chair. So previously, we need to know what is the direction of the foot of the caregiver. So previously, we can put a small translite to finish reposition while the patient, you can see in the red color in the chair. And the optimal body mechanics is so important. Okay, I show you again this video. It is important to stop both surfaces, chair and bed. Okay, it is important feet apart and one is slightly forward. In the right direction, and contract the abdominals and gluteal muscles before transfer. And keep the load as close to the body as possible. So the both mobilization belt allows us grip secure and an extra grip. And then to reposition patient, we need to use the translite, the red material. This is so important also to reposition the patient, the ergonomic postural, the back of the patient, to do this mobilization without effort. So I show you how to remove the translite then from behind and with a diagonal movement. You can see how we can remove it easily without effort. Okay. Okay, you cannot left this product under the patient because it's dangerous for the patient, because it's a slippery, ultra slippery product. So it's only is to reposition and then remove it to promote the security of the patient. Okay, we continue. Oh, I show you again. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay, we continue with transfer wheelchair to bed. Okay, for this transfer task, we want to use the mobilization belt, the mobilization band, and the rigid turntable. To carry out the transfer of patient from wheelchair to bed, we can use these three products. So I repeat you, mobilization belt is that, mobilization band, and a rigid turntable. So the extra grip of the assist belt handles allow the therapist or caregiver to handle the patient or dependent person in a controlled and safe manner, and facilitates mobilization and transfer tasks by being able to execute them with less effort and more security. Simple and fast application by adjustable clip. And with the rigid turntable, we can mobilize the upper part of the patient's body at the same time as the lower part to avoid injuries. So it's very great products, all of three. And also we can combination the different manner. For example, we can use mobilization belt in caregivers, mobilization belt on patient, and the rigid turntable on the ground. But I show you this transfer task with the mobilization belt and with mobilization band. So in this case, to carry out this transfer, the patient has to have strength in his legs, and the techniques would be to retain the air while we turn, so that the load is directed to our abdominal wall to avoid pain in our lumbar area. So you can see, you can watch the video. The caregiver used the mobilization belt with the adjustable clip. It's so important to adjustable a lot. With many handles, and the mobilization band is for the lumbar area of the patient. Our optimal body mechanics will be feet apart and one slightly forward. Contract the abdominal and gluteal muscles before transfer, and keep the load as close, the load is the patient, as close to the body as possible. We tell the patient to hold on to our belt and push down. Then once the patient has detached the buttocks from the chair, the caregivers here, and the caregivers perform the movement by attaching the rotation disc with his foot to finish positioning the patient on the bed. So I show you again this transfer task because it is important to visualize well, because it's a little bit, there are a lot of steps. So I show you again. Okay. Okay. This transfer task needs a little bit training, practice with the return table and with the mobilization belt. So it is important that the patient be at the edge of the chair to promote the get out of the chair. So I show you the transfer again. Here is the same patient, you can see, but now the professional is a girl. So because with the appropriate biomechanical posture, we can transfer patients safely. The most important thing is to prepare the patient to the movement. So first, the patient close to us, I repeat again, but it is important, with his back forward, not like is in the video now. So second feet inside the disc, and the professional foot in the middle of the disc, the rig turntable in the middle of the feet of the patient. And third, our other foot in the direction to the second surface. In this case, is the bed. In the moment of the transfer, we take breath and press our abdominal muscles, and we release the air when the patient is already seated. This technique is the name is abdominal Valsalva maneuver. So I show you the video. That the way of the patient is important, really, it's so important, but the technique, the biomechanical technique of the caregiver, it's more important to avoid injuries. Okay. So, what is the Valsalva maneuver? Breathing behavior during resistance exercise is closely matched to the different phases of a lift. I show you this video. Okay, I show you again. So first we take air, then press our muscles. This is to protect our vertebral spine, and then when we move the patient, we expel the air. So again, the video. And this technique is so important to keep in mind and to use it in this transfer task, in this case, because if you practice this technique, you're gonna see that it's really it does work. So I show you again. You can see the rigid turntable on the floor, and this is the mobilization. I use the mobilization belt in both, in the care, in me, the professional care, and my patient. That's it. It's so easy. Sometimes if the patient cannot strengthen the legs or cannot catch our mobilization belt, we need to use a crane, but it depends of the mobility of the patient, their capabilities, it depends of their pathology. Okay, extra grips for more security. All of this product, mobilization belt, band, and lower leg band, the objective that to promote extra grips in the assistive products is to raise the security, avoid risk in transfer and mobilization task, and also to block the leg. You can see the 4 pictures, the last one pictures. The caregivers block the legs of the patient during churning then. And the extra grease provided by the handles of the mobilization belt enable the therapist to handle the person in a controlled and safe manner. So it simplifies, are a great products, and it's easy to sanitize all of them. Okay, and also with the mobilization belt, we can promote the therapeutic walk. If you look at the caregiver's grip, his hand is directed toward the ground here, in this direction the ground, because Newton's third law says that every force exerted against a surface is returned with the same intensity. For this reason, the caregiver make a small tension here toward the ground in order to promote the patient walk. So with the mobilization belt, we can help in the rehabilitation process of the patient. In the autonomy walk, to carry out the supervision or to help a little bit in any cases. Okay, this is our hand directed toward the ground. And also I show you the video. This belt is very useful really to help a person to walk in rehabilitation area. To more autonomy, to promote the autonomy of the patient. Because we need to promote the autonomy of the person and encourage them to move by themselves as much as they can, maintaining their dignity and maintaining their autonomy in this moment of the rehabilitation process, and it's a good product. Okay. American Nurse Association has an interprofessional national standard called Safe Patient Handling and Mobility. So what is this? The normative to use of lifting and transfer tasks or transfer aids or assistive devices to carry out the acts of lifting, transferring, and repositioning of residents instead of lifting them manually. So safe patient handling and mobility protect your back. All techniques that I have shown you are based in this normative. The techniques that we watched the last training and the techniques that we are watching right now. So it's based in this standard normative, Safe Patient Handling and Mobility by American Nurse Association in United States. So we continue. This is an important thing to keep in mind. And the fundamental principles of body mechanics are interesting, are important to keep in mind, like flex legs and straight back. This is so important to avoid injury. Keep the load as close to the body as possible, like the transfer task that I watched before. Feet apart and one slightly forward, like you can see in this picture, because rise our stability when we are transfer or moving patient. Contract the abdominals and gluteal muscles before performing the mobilization. Did you remember the Valsalva maneuver? And avoid turning the trunk. It is preferable to pivot with your feet. So avoid turning the trunk to avoid injuries in the lower, in the lumbar zone, in our lumbar zone or dorsal lumbar zone, because it's the area with most common injuries in the healthcare sector. And working couple, this is so important, working couple. Okay. Okay. Also, we have to keep in mind to use MobiTools is that levels of mobility. There are 4 or 5 levels of mobility. The person who needs supervision, the person who needs minimum assistance or moderate assistance or maximum or total assistance. So there are different devices to different type of patient. Any case needs assessment and evaluation previously. So health professionals have different evaluation scales. The last day I saw you you remember I saw you the functional independence measure. So or Bartley index, if you remember. So these scales to know us the mobility of the patient, like the FIM scale. So I explained you in the last training. So okay, and this is the minimal lifting equipment, and they stand out for their adaptability, durability, comfort, and security. They can be used easily with less effort and more security, like I show you in the video. So it's important that you know this because the color of the pyramid give us the information about what is the right product to according to the capabilities of the patient. In the red row, you can see the products that we can use with people with poor motor skills, and would recommend it the red row for these people, like MediRoller Pro and MediGlide. And for people with more autonomy, we would recommend it the other products. The lower leg band, the transfer button seat, the mobilization belt and band, the rigid turntable, and in conclusion, any case needs a personal assessment by a healthcare professional. Today, we use this, the MediRoller Pro and MediGlide. The difference is that the MediRoller Pro has a sleeve, the orange material, the sleeve, tubular sleeve, sorry. And the MediGlide, you need to use other product like a normal sheet or a sliding sheet to perform the transfer task, and the lower leg band to block the here I am, the block of the patient, and also the button seat, mobilization belt and band, and rigid turntable. The other products that is not in the inside the box is because we watched in the last training the translite, the sliding missions, grip and pull band, and swivel cushion for reposition and position patient. Okay, and I show you this product is it's a bag, is the professional transfer kit. Contains a complete manual with instruction and techniques for transfer and mobilization, videos also. So this is the home transfer kit. You can combine the product how you want, wherever you want. For example, this bag contained the mobilization band plus mobilization belt plus lower leg band, translate board on seat, swivel cushion and reject table, but you can combine that you want or your patient needs. So, and you have the videos here with the instruction, and it is a good product for healthcare professional that work at homes or for hospital also. So this complete set of professional tools facilitate the task of mobilizing patient with mobility difficulties. So professional transfer kit is always ready to be transported in the back. It's easy to transport it and to be and to use it. So providing greater safety to patient, optimizing the caregiver effort. So I show you the video. Okay. Okay, and to finish, I show you a summary of both trainings, the first, the season 1, and this season, the season 2, to reduce the risk of injury to the caregiver and increase the safety of the assisted person. So then the video, I can answer your questions. You can write down in the chat, so I can answer your question, then the video. Okay, so I show you the video. Hello again. So we have only 3 questions. The first question is, which are the preventive measures to carry out in this health area? The preventive measures to carry out is use appropriate equipment, teach safe techniques for safe patient mobilization, like minimal lifting techniques, providing a specific and continuous training to professionals, and adapt, organize, and safe spaces. The second question is, how much weight can the MediRoller Pro hold onto? Until 200 kilograms, so it's great product, the MediRoller Pro. And the last question is, should the sheet for wet environment be left on during the shower? Should the sheet will be better to remove it before and after shower, and then shake it. So it is better to remove it and then shake it. So this product is good, but I think, in my opinion, that it's better to remove it, and it's easily to remove it. So, okay, so thank you.
תודה רבה שנשארתם איתנו עד עכשיו. תוכלו לצפות במוצרינו באתר שלנו, שהוא metex.co.il. נאחל לכולם שלא נצטרך, אבל אם תצטרכו את המוצרים, אני תקווה שנוכל לעזור לכל אדם ואדם שזקוק לעזרה. תודה ויום טוב.